Hey everyone, welcome back. And today we are back again for another Elvis Presley memorabilia session. So if this is something that'll interest you, stick around because today we've got a monthly subscription magazine to look at and another Elvis weekly magazine to look at and some more newspaper cuttings. So yeah, please stick around and let's start looking into this. Right, so today we have a collector's special number 2 edition of Elvis Monthly, and just to start with here in the picture, Elvis in his later years became a karate fan, and he took it very seriously when he was doing it, and I think he got pretty far with it as well. So we'll have a look at this magazine quickly and see what's going on. Right, so to start with, we have the picture of Elvis, Elvis Travels, Elvis Video Service. So these are just things that you can get. Tickets there to Elvis at Madison Square Gardens. You can see that, that's pretty cool. And that's June 9th and 10th, 1972. And that's by popular demand. So that would have been a nice event to go to. Elvis Presley 1960 message for his fans. I don't know if you can see that, if possible. If the Queen doesn't want to meet Elvis, then we don't go. That's an interesting one. Flashbacks, Tuesday, September 14th, 1965. So I guess the Queen might have wanted to meet Elvis, maybe. I'll let you read that. If you pause it, I suppose you might be able to see it. How it happened at the Dallas Cotton Bowls. Another, because these are black and white and this is old paper. A lot of these pictures, everyone are a bit thing, but I'll try and show in the best way possible. This is a famous interview he gave here. I do remember that one. Oh, that's an interesting one. Elvis and his dad, Vernon. Obviously his dad outlived Elvis, but Elvis outlived his mum, so it's kind of a weird situation, because in the end then Vernon was really the only one left kind of running the estate until Lisa Marie was old enough to take over. Not much here, just sort of albums of his and stuff. Nothing too thin. Elvis at Madison Square Garden, so that's like a ticket sort of thing. You can see that maybe, like, that's what your tickets would have looked like back then. A rare picture of Elvis and British impersonator Bunny Lewis, and the Colonel was reported to have signed Elvis to visit the UK in the early 60s, but as we know now, it never happened. So yeah, these two guys, the Colonel and this guy in the middle, were working out a deal for Elvis to go and visit us in the UK. Unfortunately, as I say, it never happened. There's a little caricature, if you call it that. That's what you call them. The Colonel's recipe or something. Presley's still a rockin'. Colonel Parker's recipes. Not sure who these boys are. Oh wow, look at this, everyone. Didn't even know this is in there. Look at this, it's an old record. This is how they were in the 60s. Look, even though it's flimsy and stuff, it's really weird, and it's got like a weird orange colour to it, but that's how records were. Sort of them far out movements would be using these type of records when they're in them, I don't know what you call them, like Glastonbury type places, and you'd go out there with your records and stuff. Wow, this is, look how thin they were, but yet you'd still have a song on that, still be able to play it on a record player, no problem. And this is Elvis. Side 1, part 1, flip for side 2. Doesn't say what song it is though. Just says Elvis Presley. Unless it might be him just talking. If I get my hands on a record player one day, everyone, I'll try and see if I can play this for you. Because apparently there's a side 2 as well. Part 1, flip over, side 2. Wow, I wonder. It doesn't say if you can see more than me, but this is New York press conference. Oh, right, it says a press conference. Right, I get it. So, yeah, it's just Elvis talking on this then. So that'd be interesting. Maybe I'll try and find a record player soon and play it and see if we can listen to this press conference. Yeah, but that's interesting. That's how records were back then. Sometimes, not like all of them like this, but a lot of them did sort of come out like that. Right, carry on. Alright, we've got a famous sign of war. Everyone should know what that is. The taking care of business sign. So, I mean, Elvis invented all this sort of stuff, you know. It wasn't like, didn't come along later. Elvis was the originator of doing it large, you know. Alright, there we go. There's not much else here to show. USA 83. I'm gathering maybe this is when this was printed, was 83. And it's just the usual fan club stuff there. And that's this is a copy though. I have the original somewhere, but many more. But yeah, other than that, that's that. And then the next one now we come with is the Elvis annual subscription magazine, an American trip report. Alright, so to start with, I think he's here. This is maybe Las Vegas, maybe. And then that's how they had him on the side of the Hilton Hotel, Elvis now there performing. This is summer of 1975, so yeah, that's when he would have been there, I guess, maybe. Nope, so that's got nothing to do with Elvis. Just doesn't give a date, just the 20th of September. And we've got just more informal stuff for that time. Yeah. picture of someone and Elvis. No, that ain't Elvis. Looks like a lady, sorry. I'm not sure then who that is. Maybe one of Elvis's family. Yeah, and that's it. There's not much there to show on that one. Oh, look, that's cool. A caricature of Elvis. Probably in bed in the hospital, it looks like. He's got the nurses looking after him. I don't know if you know who that's made by, it says it there, but probably this is, as I say, this magazine from the early 80s, so it's hard to say if these people are still around. But that's that one, everyone. And then we go over now to the newspapers. So this one, Elvis, a girl who hated his hair and his hits. Oh yeah, this magazine is issued March 8th, 1969, I think that says there. You can make that out. 1969, so yeah, it's an old paper, definitely been alive. This is called the Musical Express. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Musical Express. I mean, this is a paper from the 60s, so I gather it ain't running anymore, this paper. So it's, yeah, Musical Express, if you know about that, let us know. Got a few little ones here. It's a big comeback for Elvis, the Punch. And this one is March 1979. And that's that. There's a good one here. This is a picture of Elvis, Priscilla, and Tom Jones. How young Tom Jones looked there. Very young. And Priscilla. That was that. And then there's a signed photograph of Elvis. Don't know if that's his original signature or not. I doubt it's probably just his fan signature. And here we have another piece here. Peter Pan of Pop. This one is dated January 5th, 1975. And there is a picture of Linda Thompson, one of his girlfriends at the time. And at age 40, hair dye Elvis is still the king. So something interesting there. And he'd have still been alive when this was printed. There's another one from 1975. Elvis' birthday Boeing with all mod cons. Elvis buys a $1 million Boeing jet. I don't know if that's the Lisa Marie they're talking about, if that's what he bought. I'm not 100% sure. It could well be the plane Lisa Marie that he named after his daughter. It very could be. And that's that. Another one here. Ann Moses talks to film director. And this one here is from September 19th. September 19th, 1970. And where they were filming. Okay. We've got here, there's an interesting one. Elvis had death threats Rumors emanate from Las Vegas at the beginning of last week told of a death threat on Elvis Presley's life. It was no joke, as all the Federal Bureau of Investigation was called to tighten up the security surrounding Elvis. Guards on each side of the international showroom stage. Apparently Elvis had a death threat and they took that very seriously. And this was the 19th, 1970, September in 1970. So somewhere at that point Elvis had a death threat. Here we go. Elvis in battle to save his sight. Star must rest after tests. Elvis has glaucoma, an eye disease which often causes blindness, as doctors revealed yesterday. So apparently Elvis had glaucoma, if you knew that. And last but not least for the day, I found this. 25 years on, Elvis lives. I'm not sure, there was no date on this, so I couldn't really date it, but I'd go as far as say maybe early 1980s this is. This bit of paper. It's got pictures of him in his car. Another picture there of Elvis and the Colonel. And I think that's about it really on that one. Nothing much. So there's no date. But yeah, it's people just talking about Pat Bonney saying that Elvis led the way, you know. He was an innovator. So, you know, that just shows you even them people knew that Elvis had so much musical class to him. But yeah, there we have it, everyone. Thank you for watching and sticking around, and make sure you stick around for some more because I've got a lot more to show, a lot more coming, other little bits of Elvis memorabilia as well to show, so make sure you stick around for that because I've got a lot. Please like and subscribe. Leave all your comments down below, and don't forget, if you want me to show any pictures or write-ups again that you didn't quite see, then let me know and I'll happily film them again for you. So thank you everyone, have a good evening, and I'll see you soon.